Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome to the last edition of Jurassic June 2019, and today we'll be taking a look at the Safari LTD Stegosaurus. Now, I don't really have anything to say, so we're just going to get right into this. So, starting off with the painting on this figure is actually pretty good. The underside of the figure is a orangish color with some airbrushing highlights, which actually looks very nice, gives off a real impression of shading, and I actually really like how that looks. Right here, that's not, a shadow or anything, that's actually paint, and again, I actually really like how that looks. And the upper half is a reddish color, and it slowly turns into a blacker color once you get to the top of the back right here. The eyes are painted yellow with black pupils, and the beak is painted the same color as the body. Also, the inside of the mouth is pink. The plates are painted a brighter shade of tan, but we do have a airbrushing effect going on here at the base of the plates, which looks very nice. And that's also here on the tail spikes as well. The toenails are painted black, and we do have some airbrushing underneath. Lastly, the underside of the figure is white. And that about does it for the painting on this figure. I really like the paint on this figure. There are some minor mishaps, like for example, right here, if my camera can focus, there's a bit of orange where they're supposed to be red. And there's just a red spot right there, but other than that, the painting on this figure is actually very good, so the painting gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation. There is none, so we're just going to get right into the sculpt, and the sculpting on here is actually very good. I like the sculpt a lot, and it actually reminds me of a Stegosaurus from a dinosaur documentary. I forget the exact name, but it was done by PBS, and there were live action segments where they were talking about fossils, but then there were hand-drawn segments that, had dinosaurs doing stuff, and there was a Stegosaurus, and the Stegosaurus in that documentary, to me, really reminds me of this sculpt right here. So, yeah. In the documentary, the Stegosaurus was blue with red plates, but, yeah, obviously here it's completely different, so, yeah. But other than that, yeah, the sculpting here is actually very good. I guess if I have one thing to say that's negative, I will say that the tail might be a little bit too short, but, yeah. Other than that, the sculpting on this figure is still very good, so the sculpting gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure, again, is pretty good. So taking a look at the head, we can see that the head is actually detailed very nicely. The nostrils there look pretty good, and we have some smaller scales and creasing on the face there that actually looks very nice. And we have some more creasing going down the neck, which is very well defined, and looks very good. Now the side of the body has very nice detailing, all the creases and all the folds and whatnot. Looks very nice. And going to the forelegs here, or forearms, whatever, we can see that the creasing here and the musculature looks very nice. And the detailing on the back legs look very nice as well. All the musculature is there, and everything here just looks pretty good. Going to the tail, we have more creasing and more wrinkles, which looks very nice, and the tail spikes are detailed pretty nicely as well. And lastly, the dorsal plates are detailed very nicely as well. There's kind of a, this is more of like damage on mine, but yeah, the rest of the detailing here looks very nice. Also, the underside of the figure is detailed very nicely as well. And that about does it for the detailing on this figure. The detailing on this figure is really good for what it is, so the detailing gets a pass. So, at the end of the day, should you get this? I'd say yes. I believe it's fairly cheap on eBay. If I were to guess, I'd say probably maybe 12 or 10 bucks maybe. Maybe 5 if you're lucky, but yeah. But I still think that this is a very good figure, and yeah, I think that this is a all-around just great Stegosaur, so yeah. So if you can, definitely get this figure, and if you want to know how big it is, here it is next to Dr. Billy Grant. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zach out.